Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Kay here and I've got a rather lovely project to share with you today, inspired entirely by a new star on the block who is Artsy Crafty Denmark. She's got 4 or 5 videos up currently and was Crafter of the Week for Betsy Doodle, or Dear Noodle. So if you've seen Noodle's Crafter of the Week this week, you will know who I'm talking about. Sadly, I didn't catch the lady's first name because she talks very quickly, but her channel name, which could be under review as far as I understand it, is Artsy Crafty Denmark, and I will leave a link underneath this video so that you can hopefully pop along and see the tutorial that she's done, which I followed, and have a little try at this particular flip, I'm going to call it, yourselves. But in the meantime, as I'm using a digikit from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, I just wanted to put the angel policy here in front of you so that you can freeze the frame if you want to and understand the restrictions on using one of Debbie's digital kits. I've had this one for some time. I was doing DT work for Debbie and I don't know quite what happened, but suddenly I wasn't anymore. I think, I don't know, I really don't know why I fell off the wagon, but it was my fault, not Debbie's. Anyway, I had this kit and it lends itself really nicely to the project that Artsy Crafty Denmark put together. It's over 2 videos, the original tutorial. Everything is done beautifully, and I have still, in my own way, managed to make a little mistake, but hopefully Artsy Crafty Denmark will forgive me. This is the first time I've tried it. This is the kit, the digital kit. I don't recall what it's called, unfortunately. I'm just looking through. There are more papers here that I haven't quite used. I think, no, that's a blank bit. I don't recall what the kit is called, so I do apologise for that. But if you go on to Debbie's Etsy store, you will find it there. It's one that's been going for quite some time, but I just think it is absolutely gorgeous. And when I came across it, thought, right, I must do this, use this for this particular project. Sorry, gabbling. So anyway, it is plain, as you can see. I've not added any glitter or any extra detail to it at all because I don't believe it needs it. What you need to make this project at the outset is 4 sheets of copier paper or lightweight card if you want it to feel more substantial, and then glue, your cutting system, whatever that might be, and scissors, and you are all set to go. And as I say, the tutorial to make this is really very good indeed, and covers every aspect of putting it all together and making the pages and so on. So the closure, as you can see, is this little round button affair. I know this closure is where I've made my mistake, because in actuality this button should have been over here somewhere, which would have given a better flip over to seal the project. But it does work very well. I have reinforced it quite considerably, and I can see I've forgotten to ink along an edge there, but this is how it looks when it's all done and dusted. This is the back page then, and you know, it could be a standalone, or it could be an addition to a journal if that's what you wanted to do. I just think this is really, really lovely. And you open it up like so. You've got the little flap on the side here that bends back to release what is on the first page, and you have 2 tuck spots, beautifully explained, inked around the edges using paper from the kit. I've not put anything under this top space because I didn't have anything that I wanted to put in there particularly, but for the shorter little pocket down here I did make a little jotty notebook just using coffee dyed papers and another bit from the kit. It was a leftover bit held together with 2 little staples which I've bashed into submission on the back so that there are no sharp edges to catch anyone. Hindsight, I should have put this cover on. No, I couldn't, because this is just one piece of card folded in half. But you could, if you layered it, obviously hide these staples away and not need to bash it into submission as I did. But it is a good fun thing to do. And then on this side there is a pocket the full length of the flip. I have made a lovely tag just to fit into that one, and it is double-sided again. Beautiful, beautiful detail, and you could just decorate it more if you wanted to, or add words to it. It's one of those things that is entirely up to the individual using the kit. It then opens out again, and I just love this. I just think it is so clever when you think it just started off as 4 flat pieces of paper. You know, you have to applaud Artsy Crafty Denmark. I keep saying the name because I don't know her first name, but you have to applaud how she sat down, worked out the dimensions for all these lovely pockets, and has just made it possible for anyone to try this particular project out. And then I've added one of the CD envelopes just to put the mixed eggs and anchored them down into the actual pocket, so you've still got a clear envelope here that you can actually put things into if you want to, as that is all glued down, and that just sits very nicely under the paper clip there. I've used a tiny little dangle here just for interest's sake, not because it needs it, because it's one of these things, you know, that you either love or hate. That's the back packet page there, as you can see, and it just comes together beautifully. It's not a quick project. If you ink and cut everything and get everything organised first, but once you've done all the preparatory work, it does come together really quickly and really nicely. So I hope you've enjoyed this share. Just make sure that I've shown everything, because it is one of these ones that's a bit of a mystery, even though I've made it myself, because it has got a lot of tuck spots, a lot of nice areas to put things in, but it's a leftover tag spot, pocket there, then you close the front, just gently encourage that top little button to lift a little bit, and there it is closed. And perhaps in time that might loosen off a little bit and not hold so well, but when I make another one, which I most assuredly will, I will remember to move that over somewhat so that I've got a better closure on the actual flip book. But it feels substantial even though it's paper. Clearly whatever you line it with will make a difference, and it would lend itself to any digital kit, collaging, anything that you wanted to utilise to decorate the basic framework. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope I've inspired you. As always, I love that some people do feel that they would like to jump on board and try out these projects as and when I post them. I will leave a link to the tutorial underneath this video, but please bear in mind it is over 2 videos to enable you to take your time in putting everything down that you need to do to make this project yourselves. So once again, thank you for sharing this time with me. Take care everyone, happy crafting, bye bye for now.